Hello, this is Max Breeden, aka Egg Mackay, and this is my new game, Crypt Wizard. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. Not going to do a long intro. This is a dungeon building game. This here, that's my wizard. He's got the green circle. That's my home. That's my zombie dwarf. He does work. I'm a wizard. I don't do anything except issue orders. Let's unpause it. Here we go. Let's dig out this gold. Let's speed it up. Right. While we're waiting for that to happen, here's a dungeon building game. You build rooms, workshops, barracks where your military spawns. That's the short version. First thing we're going to do is build a stockpile. So we'll just do that to the south here. We'll make that 4x5. The stockpile is, in this game so far, it's basically just a visual representation of your inventory. It's nothing fancy. This red tile here, that's basically your claim dungeon. You can only build on that. It's a bit like creep from StarCraft. It slowly spreads, and it spreads from your these things, your mana pylons. Mana pylons also determine how much military you can have. Right, let's build a stockpile here. And you can see we've got 3 brains. We start the game with 3 brains. That's what the zombie dwarves eat. 29 stone, 9 gold. Next thing to do is build a mason workshop. We might as well do that over here. And the next thing to do after that is build a barracks and a butchery and an infirmary. Barracks requires, well, all of those rooms require you to make ingredients at the mason. So let's queue up a spawner skull and a pedestal. That's for the barracks. Let's queue up 3 stone blocks for the, now what am I queuing that up for? The butcher. And for the infirmary we only need 5 gold, so we're right there. Let's dig out a barracks. Let's also dig out a room for a butcher. And over here we can dig out something else. So the aim of this game is, I don't know, amuse yourself, I suppose. It's a bit of a sandbox at this stage. It's very early development. I'm certainly amused writing it. But what we're going to do in this video is just build some stuff, build a small army, keep defending ourselves, collect brains. That's kind of like the first micro goal, is collect brains so your zombie dwarf doesn't get cross and attack you. So now we've got 3 empty rooms, 1, 2, 3. We've got stone blocks. We've got skull, pedestal. Let's put a barracks here. Let's put a infirmary here. Infirmary is a little room where sick units go to heal up. And here we'll put the butcher. Now we've got the butcher. Any corpses we collect, a zombie dwarf will turn that into meat, brains, and bones. Meat is used to feed units later on. The ghoul unit. Bones is a craft supply, and brains is food for our hungry zombie dwarves. Now, pausing here, we have a skeleton. He has spawned from the skull spawner in his barracks. His name is Kavidia the Dreadful. He has 30 hit points, no kills, and that will soon change because we are going to dig into the open cave system which is towards the center of the map. As you can see, there's the map. There's all this stuff we can dig out. There's something interesting there which we're going to dig to. But if we dig into the center of the cave, we will get invaders, and our skeleton will be getting kills, and we will be collecting brains. So let's dig that, unpause it, and let's dig in a diagonal this way. Let's grab this urn while we're at it, and we'll get that gold later, but I want to get the invaders coming in. Let's set a rally point here so the army goes up. We're probably going to want another dwarf. It's important to have 2 or 3 dwarves. We're going to want more barracks, probably 4 or 5, and I should probably get out of the habit of saying barracks. I think the plural's barracks. Pausing now, you can see the bat is invading. He's chasing me and my dwarf. He'll come down here, and a skeleton will comfortably take care of that. But of course, invaders spawn more in larger numbers, so we will need a bigger army. Let's dig out a room here. Look, here comes a spider. Let's dig out this gold. Actually, that's not efficient. We'll go up here. And we'll grab this blue gem. The blue gem will allow us to place more mana pylons. Let's get another dwarf going. So we'll queue up 3 stone blocks and then a deathbed, which will allow us to build a sepulture. Let's also queue up some more spawner skulls because they're just handy to have. You need spawner skulls when your guys die, and if your first dwarf dies and you don't have a spawner skull in reserve, you are up shit creek. Excuse my French. Right, what have we got? Here he goes. He's crafting the stone block. You can see the queue on the bottom right. You can see the stone block there. There's the deathbed. So now we can go build a sepulture. Sepulture is basically a zombie dwarf spawner. And I want to build another barracks now too. So let's dig out a barracks. What's next? Well, we're basically stable now. We've got a brain supply. Our fighters are killing off the invaders. The dwarves butcher the corpses, collect brains. I want another barracks though. We need a pedestal and a skull. We've only got the skull, so let's queue up a pedestal at the mason. That's done. What are we missing? Oh, well, the pedestal's not coming. Here we go. Must have queued up the wrong item. Right, barracks. So now we'll have two fighters. Let's dig these out. We might as well dig in a straight line up north. We can collect the iron. This is iron. Collect the coal. That'll allow us to make a furnace and craft iron bars. That'll take a little while to dig out. Here comes them invaders. When we get to more gold, if we had one more, oh there it is. If we have one more gold coin, we'll have 15, which will allow us to buy a defensive tower, turret kind of thing, which will help aid our defensive effort. Now up here, let's have a look up here. This is a gravestone, and if we build a barracks on top of it, we will get a ghoul spawning. Now, of course, we have to get our red pavement tiles up there. So either we can build mana pylons all the way up, or we can use little placeable items such as pillars and things. There's a bit of a muck around at this stage, so I think we'll leave it. Although we could just dig out these 2 crystals. Let's do that. If we dig out the crystals, we should have enough to build enough mana pylons to get up to here, and we can build a barracks on top of that. So we will need some more pedestals and skulls, and we also need furnace to turn our iron into iron bars. Let's build that there. Dig that open. We need a little dig. We've got 22 gold now, so let's build a defensive tower here. Now why hadn't it? Oh, you can only do that on red. Tower. There's our turret. It does quite a fair bit of damage. And let's just build out, bring the rally. Right. We've got pylons. We need more pylons. Sorry, pedestals. Pedestals are used for barrack spawners and mana pylons. Now that I've placed this mana pylon, you'll see the red dungeon tile creeping up. And it'll kind of max out about there, at which point we can build another one. And we'll probably need one more. How are my guys going? I want him to withdraw, so I'll just do a little withdraw command. That didn't work. Come back. Yep, okay. Now I want these guys to rally down here. I want the army to hang around. Look, this is a nice cheesy little thing I've done. The army hangs out in the infirmary. If they rally in the infirmary, they're always going to have full hit points. Maybe that's a bit cheesy, but we'll worry about that later. Let's build furnace. Oh no, I've made a barracks by accident. Hang on, we'll delete that. And we'll make a... Now, to make a furnace, we need more blocks. 1, 2, 3. Now, we need one more mana pylon here to claim this. And soon we'll be able to claim that. Do we have skull and a pedestal? Yes. Room barracks. Now, we've claimed this gravestone, and a ghoul will spawn from that. any minute now. There he is. How many blocks have we got? 6. Make our furnace. From here, we'll queue up iron bars. We've got 19 bits of ore, so we'll just queue up a whole bunch of them. Let's dig out another barracks. We'll make 2 more barrackses. We'll spawn a phantom from one and an archer from another, and then I think we'll give it a rest there. So let's dig out 2 more barrackses. Barracks. 2 more barracks. Good grief. We also need a blacksmith to convert... Oh, and a workshop. We need a workshop and a blacksmith. Blacksmith will let us craft weapons and armor. We want the armor and we want the bow. Plus the workshop will allow us to build an armor stand and a bow rack. And they're the items that we place in the barracks to convert our spawners. So these are going to be our 2 barracks, and I just need... I can put 1 room here. This can be the... Oh no, I need more stone blocks. Always bloody need stone blocks. And while we're doing that, we'll just dig out this room. So we'll stick a room here. And we'll stick another room here. Workshop can go here. And blacksmith can go here. There's the blacksmith, and let's queue up 1 bow and 1 armor. And let's make the workshop here. Rooms can be any almost I don't know, up to 6x6. I think the minimum size is 3x3. It looks kind of neat, so I've only ever dug out 3x3 rooms. Barracks can be better served if they're bigger. If you want to place more improvements in there, such as weapon racks and deathbeds and stuff like that, the amount of stuff you place in a barracks to improve it is limited by its size. So the bigger the barracks, the better, to an extent. Now we have 1 armor, 1 bow. So in the workshop, let's queue up a bow rack and an armor stand. And in the mason, let's queue up some pillars. We'll do 6 pillars, and we'll make like a kind of a nice hallway here. What can we put the hallway? One, two, three. So we'll go pillar, 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 pillar. Dig all that out. Now we've got 6 pillars. This is purely decorative. But why not? Actually, what I might do, just quickly, just to help our defensive effort, is we'll build a couple of traps. We can build spike traps at our workshop, and if we place spike traps all along this kind of path here, the invaders will take a lot of damage. So we need to craft bone spikes, and for each trap we need 3 bone spikes. So let's make 9 spikes so we can make 3 traps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we have our armor stand and our bow rack. Let's make these barracks. Note that to make the barracks here, we need the red tile in the middle, and it hasn't got here. We can do a cheesy little extend by placing the bow rack first, and that'll just spread the creep a little. There it is. Now we can place a spawner. In this barracks, I want a phantom to spawn, so I'm going to combine an urn, which spawns a ghost, with a armor rack, which if you place those two things in the barracks, then you'll get a phantom spawning. Actually, I want a ghost spawning by itself, so we'll dig out one more barracks. And I need another pedestal. What would be great if the invaders like started digging out the walls and invading from up here as well. Now, what we've done here is placed a spawner. We've got a bow rack. So what we'll get is a skeleton archer spawning in this room. Here he is. He's a ranged unit. He's quite handy. Let's place the armor rack. Let's place the urn. We'll place an urn here. Make a barracks. This room will spawn a ghost. This room will spawn a phantom. Assuming we have enough supply, which we do. So there's here the ghost flying up through the walls. That's kind of cute. Ghosts just fly through walls. And the phantom is quite a heavy duty melee fighter. Now, how many bone spikes we got? 9. Right, let's plant some traps. Traps can only be placed on red tiles. We press the B. Pit trap, 3 spikes. B, A. And we'll put one here. Now the little problem is for the AI is the army's going up there to fight. So we'll just rally them back a bit. Back here. So there's our rally point. So hopefully by the time the our army sees the invaders, they've gone through 3 traps. And by the time they come in here, we've got 3 skeletons, a ghost, and a phantom, and a ghoul, and a tower, all attacking the invaders. Here's some coal to dig out, if I could be bothered. Well, there you go, that's about it. What I might do real quickly is, after the next wave invaders, I'll just get my wizard and just do a little run around the cave to see what's out there, because this is all unexplored. I can tell you at the other end of the cave there'll be a red portal, and that's where the invaders come from. So this wave is nearly done. What I'm going to do is take the army with me. Actually, no, I won't. You can press F, and that makes the army follow you around. So let's just have a little quick look around here with our wizard. Crypt Wizard. I don't know what his name is. And up here, there's the portal. Red portal, protected by 4 towers. They're killing me, so I better get out of there. So there you have it. So what you can do, the aim is to amuse yourself, build a big dungeon, or you could, you know, I could easily take all this army now and go attack that portal. The problem is I would no longer have a source for brains, which just kind of spoils it. However, what you can do is dig down a level and explore down there. I'm not going to do that now because it's not particularly interesting. It's more of the same, except the red portal downstairs has a lot beefier units. Anyway, that'll do. That's Crypt Wizard coming soon. Thanks for watching.